So I'm going to make a Christmas dress for Lori, and for that I made this pattern. You can find it in the info box below, and I'm going to leave a link for my homepage, because if you do have a silhouette machine, you can find the pattern for this there, just to print out in the right size. But these are the parts you need. That is the top part, the sleeve, the dress or the skirt part, and the pockets. So I need 2 pieces of this where it has a fold right here, and 1 piece of this where it's folded right here, 2 pieces of this one and 1 piece of that. And to make this, I have this nice red velvet fabric here that I'm going to use for that. And then we need a white velvet fabric as well for the edging, but there you need pieces that I'm going to tell you what to do. So I got all the red pieces now. I got this part and I put it doubled on that side, so that gives me this shape. Then I have the 2 pockets. Then I have the sleeves, this one, and I put that double so the sleeves looks like this. And then I have the front piece here, that is just 1 piece. I have the front piece right here. So first of all, this is downward and this is up. So first of all, I'm going to sew these 2 together. So I have my sewing thread here, and I'm going to make a knot first 1 time through and then 2 times through, and you can do it 3 times if you rather want that, just to make sure it's gonna stay. Cut off just beneath the knot. I know it's hard to see because I'm sewing with red on red, but it's a back stitch. There we go. So now that was the first part. So I am going to sew these 2 shoulder seams together. So I have the top piece here. It's still not done, but it's here. Put that aside. Then I cut out 3 pieces of white fabric, and these pieces are a bit longer than the white part of the sleeve, and they are like 3 centimeters tall. And I have 3 of these. This fabric is not fraying after it has been cut. So first of all, I'm going to take my sleeve and I'm placing it here on the red part on the white part here. And I don't want it to cover too much of the red part. It has to cover enough of the red part to be sewn in. Placed nice, and let's see, even all the way around. Yes, good. So I'm going to remove that one, and I'm going to start with sewing, and I'm going to do that here where you don't see it. So I have my knot. Don't use a too long thread because that will annoy you. And I'm gonna start from the inside, and like I always do, I'm starting with going around the fabric just to have a starting point. So I'm just gonna do that here in the corner where the 2 fabrics are meeting. 1, 2, and just 1 more just to be on the safe side. There we go. Let's see. So I'm gonna do it like this. And then I go over the edge on both sides and down into the fabric on both sides. And down in the fabric. And over the edge. Oops. And down into the fabric. I'm gonna do that all the way across, and I'm going to do it on the other sleeve as well, and then I will be back. So I sewed along here on both sides and I put this piece together. So here you can see why I wanted this extra fabric here, because I am going to cut that in a angled way here, the rest of it, like that. And I'm going to sew all the way down here, and I'm gonna do this on both my sleeves. I sewed the sleeve together and I turned them around so the good side is out now. Now I'm going to the top part here. And first of all, I'm going to take the white piece we had before. And I'm going to fold it into a half here, like that. And I'm going to open up the top piece here, from here to there, all the way around here. Then I'm going to place this in there. So I have the red fabric here pinned inside of the white, and I'm going to sew all the way down here with the round stitch round on the edge of the white here. So I sewn on the white part here around the neck, and now I'm going to turn this inside out like this, and I'm going to sew in the sleeves, and this part is downwards so the bend is upwards, so it's going to lie something like this. There we go, like that. And then I'm going to pin it. I'm gonna do that with both of the sleeves, and I'm going to sew all the way around so the sleeve is sitting right. So I sewed the sleeve in, the sleeves, so it's looking like this. Putting that aside, and then I have the two pockets here, and I cut out two pieces for those. And these are still 3 centimeters in the length or the width. Placing that inside of this and closing it up. And then I'm going to sew with the same over stitch like I did everywhere else. I'm gonna do that on both sleeves. Then I cut this long strip of the same fabric, again 3 centimeters tall. And I have the dress here, and I'm gonna stick the bottom of the dress in between these layers and close it up, and then like the pockets all the way around the dress, and I will do that and then I will be back. I sewed this white part on my pockets, and I sewed this white part on the dress. I placed the pocket and I sewed this one already, so it's a little pocket now, like that. I placed this one and made ready to sew it so I can show you how I'm doing it. First of all, I'm using white thread for the white part and red for the red part. So I'm coming up in the white part and going down in the red part. So I am coming up in the white part and again down in the red part and up in the white part and down in the red part. I'm going to do it all the way up here, then I'm gonna do it on this side. Change my thread here to red and then do that all the way around here to sew on the pockets. So the pockets are both on here right now, and there are working pockets, just showing you. So the skirt part is almost done. I'm gonna put that aside for now, so I'm going back to my top here. First of all, I'm going to take a few pins and I'm going to bend this down a little more than half the way down at the side here, and I'm going to make a I'm going to place a pin to keep it where I want it, and on the other side again a little more than half the way down, and I'm gonna place a pin to keep it in place like that, so it's like bent forward like that. And if you like to, you can always make a little thread thing here, so it's so it's going to stay down around here, just a little one. I'm going to take another piece of fabric, and this is still 3 centimeter wide, and for this part it's a little too wide, so I'm going to bend it in half and cut it. This way I get 2 pieces. So I'm going to place them here and sew them on and cut off the excess. So I sewed these side pieces here, and I put on Snapchat on the top and at the bottom, not at the very bottom, because now we're going to sew this into the dress. So I have the skirt part here, so this part here goes on right here, so I'm placing it good side to good side. So I pinned the 2 parts together here, so I have the top part here and the dress part down here. If I turn it around, it will look something like this. So I'm going to sew this on the bad side, of course, and I'm gonna do it with my back stitching. So I sewed these 2 parts together, and I'm going to turn this inside out, and I'm going to pin the dress itself down here. And I did try this on my doll, so I know that I can pin it all the way up to here without it getting too small for her to get it on like this. So I'm going to sew from here and down to here with red, and this part with the white thread go behind my stitch and up in front of it, going behind my stitch and up in front of it, going behind my stitch and up in front of it. And that's what I'm doing all the way down. So I sewed this part together, so I'm just going to turn this inside out. So this will fit a Barbie doll, and I will place a picture of that right here. And my Tangkou is using the Obitsu body, but the Obitsu body is almost like the Tangkou dolls, so they will both be able to fit this dress. I think Blythe and dolls like that will fit it also very nicely. So I hope you like this, and happy sewing!